Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Friday, the 9th of December 2022, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for today. Venus is going to square Jupiter. Venus at the end degrees of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter in Pisces at the very end of Pisces, just about going to transit into Aries, bringing things to a completion, Pisces being the end of the zodiac. So releasing, letting go, ready to step into a new beginning, a new astrological cycle. So what does this mean? We could overdo it in love. Think falling madly in love with a stranger, putting somebody high up on a pedestal in your romantic imagination and things, wild, unrealistic dreams about love. And this could be enhanced by the moon in Gemini that forms an opposition to Venus and a square to Jupiter, so making a T-square. Then the moon is going to enter Cancer and form an opposition to Mercury. So this adds feelings to that square between Venus and Jupiter, could make it more unrealistic. Your heart could rule your head, and you could end up feeling very vulnerable and sorry, especially if sort of you've gone out there, you've proclaimed your love to the stranger on the train or whatever. So just hold back a little bit. If you find yourself having wild romantic sort of imaginations and fantasies and everything, just hold back for a couple of days to actually see, is that real, or am I just making it all up in my head? So, warning for today. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So what have we got? We've got the Work Your Light cards, and then I've got the Thoth tarot deck as well. So let's see, what do we need to know for today, Friday the 9th of December 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, let's see. Ooh, itchy nose for a start. Okay, let's see. What have we got? Get grounded. That would be really good advice today. Luckily, Mercury is in Capricorn, so we do have some grounding energy there, opposing the moon later in the day. So yeah, get out of your head and your fantasies and things like that and get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Always a good one to get out there in nature, connect with trees and things like that, to ground yourself. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seed in the light, laying foundations and divine plan. This is the energies going into Capricorn. We already on Tuesday had Mercury going into Capricorn, grounding our mind, our thinking, our communication, rational thinking, but making plans and long-term strategies and things like that. Tomorrow Venus joins Mercury in Capricorn, and we're grounding our love, we're earthing our values around love, around money, our relationships. Suddenly we've got a sensible head on and we can see things clearly. Okay, and then in a temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. Okay, so yeah, really a message about getting grounded, connecting in with nature, and then also connecting in with your heart. Okay, and connecting the two. Those lower chakras are really important. I know everybody wants to stay in the higher stay in the higher chakras, be ooh, but actually, especially with today's energies, but come back into the body, come back into the heart, come back into the solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, ground down into the earth. We're laying foundations, we're seeding that light. We can't seed it when it's all up here, all over the place. We need to earth it, we need to ground it. And at this time of year, as we're getting towards Capricorn season, as I say, the 6th, Mercury went into Capricorn. Tomorrow, the 10th, Venus goes into Capricorn. The 21st, at winter solstice, the sun goes into Capricorn. And then on the 23rd, we have the Capricorn new moon. So, you know, we've been out there in lovely Sagittarius season all over the place, dreaming our big dreams and everything. And now we're starting to consolidate and ground down into the Capricorn energies and making it real, making them tangent. Okay, this is where I want to go. This is where I dream of going. This is my imaginations and things like that, my vision. This is what I want to create. Capricorn season is about, okay, now what action can I take? How can I make this reality? How can I ground all this vision and ideas and everything down into the earth to make it real? We've still got Mars retrograding into January. Mercury will do a retrograde as well from the 29th of December. So we're going to have a double personal planet retrograde going on. So our horses may be held back during Capricorn season, and it's best to just sink into the ground, to earth, to consolidate sort of the ideas and the plans, the aspirations, and really just ground them down into the earth, ready for when we get to the new moon in Aquarius, which is where we launch off with new innovative ideas and things. But first we have to ground them with Capricorn. So let's do some tarot and let's see what we've got here. Beautiful, beautiful, one of my oldest decks, the Thoth deck. Let's see what the tarot helps say to us. So what do we need to know for today? The 9th of December 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies? For our highest and greatest good. What do we need to know? Let's see, where are we? Mars in Gemini, 9 of Swords. That's exactly where we are. Following the Mars's conjunction with the moon and opposition with the sun yesterday at the full moon in Gemini. Okay, we've got art, balanced, major arcana 14, Sagittarian card. Below us we've got the Hierophant. Above us we've got the Ace of Discs. That's great. Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, grounding, getting down into the earth, taking things slowly, committing to things. Then we've got the 5 of Swords, defeat, which is something in Aquarius. I'll just put my glasses on and just check. What have we got? Oh, Venus in Aquarius. Okay, this would be the going in big, self-sabotage energy. The 7 of Discs, which is Saturn in Taurus. The Star, which is Aquarian energy. And the Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords. Okay, at the bottom we've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Emperor. we've got the Ten of Swords, which is the Sun in Gemini. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, or the King of Cups. I have to bring that out. Right. Some energies. I'm going to talk through those first, and maybe some more cards to come out. But I feel a bit of a completion there, but might be a bit more of the story to go into. We'll just see how we go. Okay. So where we find ourselves, maybe all up in our head, in fantasy land, anxiety, worrying, awake in the night, making mountains out of molehills. This could be, although it's Mars in Gemini, I'm actually feeling this as being connected to that Venus, Jupiter squared, blowing things up out of proportion. Self-inflicted cruelty. What I was saying about sort of when the moon goes into Cancer and we're feeling far more vulnerable, and makes that opposition to Mercury, we might find ourselves regretting things we've said, and things like that. So that's what I'm getting for this energy today. The Nine of wounds we do to ourselves. Okay. And that could be because we've lost the sense of balance, art, temperance. A big energy yesterday in the full moon readings. But today, that square between Venus and Jupiter, challenges, conflict, that 90-degree angle, they're not in harmony and supporting each other, they're in conflict. And I think sort of what we've lost is the balance. We've got caught up in that expansive, dreamy energy, sort of romantic fantasies and things like that. And if we're not careful, we could come down to it to ground with a bump. Beneath us, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, so even where we are in that 5D spiritual energy, to keep one foot in the 3D, in the reality. So dream big, but keep grounded. Okay. So yeah, and the Work Your Light cards, the get grounded and in a temple, opening our heart. We don't want to close our hearts off, we want to open our hearts up. But we need to keep that energy grounded. Okay, and today I'm seeing the Hierophant as that committed, grounded energy, the 3D. As I say, it's ruled by Taurus. Got some more Taurus energy somewhere where, oh yeah, we've got Saturn in Taurus up there as well. So I just carry on talking to myself. So get grounded, and it opens up opportunities for us. Gifts from above, the divine plan. We're seeding the light. We're laying the foundations. And while we keep grounded and keep our feet firmly on the ground, then, Spirit opens up and offers us a gift, an opportunity to make something real, make something tangible in our lives. With us moving out of balance, there's a risk that we could self-sabotage. This is what I was saying about sort of, if you're proclaiming undying love to a stranger on a train or something like that, somebody that you think, oh my God, they're amazing, they're beautiful. Don't do that today. As I said earlier, a few days just sort of reconsider things, might avoid sort of the self-sabotage. Then we have the clarifiers, the 7 of discs, a failure. One, if you have gone out and made those proclaiming your undying love to somebody, once moon gets into Cancer and opposes Mercury and you're feeling very vulnerable, there could be this sense of, oh my God, what have I done? I'm never coming out from under my rock again, staying in my shell forever. So we don't want that energy. We don't want to feel like that. Saturn in Taurus is very slow, very heavy energy. On the plus side, I'm seeing it as patience and responsibility. just coming back to yourself and thinking, do I really want to do this right now? It can be another step of heal on the path to healing. We have the star here. I always love to see the star and the Ace of Pentacles together. It's that wishing on a star, but bringing it down and grounding it. The star we're wishing on is Spirit, and Spirit is offering us a gift today. Star is also healing energies, yeah, hope and optimism about the future. Okay, and with that we've got the Page of Swords. And for me, the Page of Swords in this deck is fighting off those negative feelings, battling through this and this and this. Okay, and sometimes it can feel like a battle of every time those negative thoughts come up and things like that, that we really do have to cut them back down. Especially if we're self-sabotaging or thinking we're a failure and things like that. And yeah, we can cut through with the rationale, the positive, the being in balance. Okay, then over here underneath, so I've got over here, excuse me, we've got the subconscious story. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, looking at things from a different perspective. So that could be realising that sort of, you know, the Venus Jupiter square might be making you overthink things and think things too big and stuff. Or it could be, you know, sort of avoiding the self-sabotage, or, you know, not letting those negative thoughts overtake you and get in a downward spiral. So often in the Hanged Man card, there's a halo around the crown. Okay, and it's about, if I see it, but connected to the third eye and the crown chakra, and it's that seeing through the negative beliefs and things, and seeing through to the truth of the matter. With that, we've got the Emperor. The Emperor came out yesterday as a gift from the divine, didn't it, in the full moon reading. And it's about, for me, the Emperor is about self-mastery, not trying to control everything or micromanage everything, but leaving, you know, instead of trying to control the world around you, actually mastering yourself and building your own firm foundations and being in that divine masculine energy. And when we do that, it brings an end to the mental chaos. We've got the 10 of Swords here, ruin, which is the sun in Gemini. The sun in Gemini, the sun, you know, suddenly sort of our true light shines forth. Often in this card, you've got a soldier laying face down with 10 swords in his back. But there's a new dawn is rising. We've come to the end of mental conflict of this time. Probably not forever. But, you know, with each time, it gets a little bit easier. Often, sometimes we go back a few paces and it's like, wah! But we're coming to the end of this particular cycle. And the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups here, Cardinal Water. This is Cancer. This is, in this deck, it's holding aloft the holy grail, the chalice, and it's about sort of us following our holy ground, our golden chalice, our heart-centered self, and seeding the light and being part of the divine plan. If we've taken heed of the rest of the reading, then we won't be retreating into our shell in vulnerability, but we'll be empowered in our Cancer aspects of ourselves, the fire of water, and be emotionally balanced and quite compassionate with that as well. When you think of fire and water, it can go, yeah, fire and water can go two way. You've got the pan of water or the chalice of water with the heat gently bubbling underneath, and it's warming and comforting. Or if it's raging, if the fire's raging in reaction, in Martian energy, that can boil the pan dry and leave you empty. So warming, gentle passion, just bubbling away nicely, not raging inferno that's going to burn you out. Okay, so that's today's reading. I think that's complete. It feels complete. I don't feel the need to go to any extra cards. I think the message is quite clear for today, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is to get notifications of when I do readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.